Paris, AFP, does France have a problem talking about racism? After a prominent black journalist was sacked from an internet advisory body for being too controversial, anti-racism campaigners think so. France's National Digital Council, CN, is in chaos after almost all its members resigned in protest on Tuesday at a government decision to force Rokhaya Diallo out, apparently yielding to criticism over her appointment. The 39-year-old writer has been an outspoken critic on issues such as police stop and searches of young black and Arab men and the country's ban on full-face veils, and has described France as institutionally racist. Digital Minister Monir Mahjoubi, himself a rare non-white face in the cabinet, who led the CN before quitting to join Emmanuel Macron's presidential campaign, said Diallo had to go because the controversy had become a distraction. After this nomination, everyone forgot what the CN was supposed to be doing, he told Le Figaro newspaper. For her critics, including the right-wing lawmaker Valérie Boyer, as well as some on the left, Diallo's defense of the Islamic veil as a mark of femininity in secular France made her inappropriate for a government position, as did her repeated criticism of France as rife with discrimination. The country sees itself as a white country, Diallo told Al Jazeera this year. Her support for non-white anti-racism events is also problematic for many in France, where the concept of communities isolating themselves is seen as deeply opposed to the ideal of everyone uniting around shared Republican values of liberty, equality, and fraternity. But anti-racism campaigners say this makes it difficult to discuss problems around race, such as widespread complaints of discrimination in the workplace, particularly from those living in immigrant-heavy suburbs. It is illegal to collect data on ethnicity in France, a principled effort to build a colorblind society, but activists say this also makes it harder to fight racism. To explain that France is a country that is structurally racist ultimately gives rise to the idea that there is a form of apartheid in France, and that idea is unacceptable, said Amin El Khatmi of the anti-racism group Republican Spring. Axiom, a rapper who has called French people pigs and rapped about race and deprivation in the suburbs, was also forced off the CN committee after the government ordered an overhaul. He and Diallo were among 30 people from business, academia, and civil society appointed just a week ago to the committee, which advises the government on preparing for a digital future. All except 4 have now resigned, in an embarrassment for Macron's centrist government. At what point, in our country, do we not want to hear dissident voices? Said its chairwoman, the startup investor Marie Ekeland. The French League of Human Rights deplored the move to remove Diallo and Axiom, saying, in a democracy, the state must respect pluralism of opinions. Raised in the Paris suburbs by Senegalese and Ghanaian parents, media-savvy Diallo is at the vanguard of a vocal new generation of anti-racism campaigners. She founded a group in 2007 called Les Indivisibles, which aimed to fight prejudice through humor, notably with a tongue-in-cheek annual award ceremony for the year's most racist remarks.